Welcome to the For You Lord Ministries Bible teaching. I'm his servant, Kenneth Sterling, and we're going to go ahead and get into today's lesson. So today we're going to be in the book of Genesis. We're going to be at chapter 39, and we're going to start reading at verse 1. And it reads, "And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was in the house of his master the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person, and well favored. And it came to pass after these things, that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, Lie with me. But he refused, and said unto his master's wife, Behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he hath to my hand. There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness, and sin against God?" Amen. God is so awesome. There's a lot that took place in the scriptures leading up to what we actually read today that we didn't read. But I wanted to focus on a couple of things in the scriptures that we read today. One thing that was mentioned several times is that the Lord was with Joseph. And so the question I have to you out there today is the Lord with you? Amen. So Joseph, even though he's in kind of a precarious situation, it's obvious that because that the Lord is with Joseph, Potiphar, his master, who he was sold to into slavery, into the house of Potiphar, his house is even being blessed just because Joseph is in his house. Amen. If God is for you, who can be against you? The world can't be against you. Now, that doesn't mean that the weapons won't be formed against you. That doesn't mean that negative things aren't going to come your way. In fact, that's probably, if the Lord is with you, that's going to put you probably on Satan's hit list. He's going to be after you even more if the Lord is with you. But Joseph, it's obvious that the Lord is with him, and everything that he's involved with prospers. I wanted to set that up because if it's the Lord's will, we're going to have some upcoming teachings to show some of the negative things that are going to continue to start to happen with Joseph. But the first part in this first video, I want you just to understand that the Lord is with Joseph. And what we're going to see in the coming teachings, if it's the Lord's will, that I'm able to do is that even though the Lord is with you, the problems are going to come. But even though when those problems come, you can rest assured knowing that everything is going to be all right, because in the midst of them, the Lord is with you. It'd be different to have to go through this ordeal and that ordeal if you was trying to go through them by yourself. If you were trying to go through them and the Lord wasn't with you. But thank God, with Joseph, he's going through these ordeals and the Lord is with him. And we're going to see how he makes it through these things. But what about us? What about you? Is the Lord with you? Amen. I look forward to continuing this teaching if it's the Lord's will. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, stay safe and stay blessed. Amen.